Hello, welcome back. My name is Jo. Today we are going to talk about 5 resources that I really enjoy using for multiple languages. So the first 2 are ones that I actually have on one of the main screens of my phone. So I will show you what that looks like. I have 2 widgets. The first one is for an app called DailyArt. And so it's obviously both of these are just showing a photo or a picture to start out with. But if you click on it, this one does have a description of basically the daily art. So it talks about the history of this painting or whatever the item is and the person who made it. On the days that I remember to click on this and find out more about the painting, I often tend to click around and read other articles on here as well. Some of their content is available only in English and some of it is paywalled, which totally understandable. But there is a lot available for free as well. I will try to include the languages that are available for these as well at the time that I'm making this, at least. So I really enjoy this one. I like having these also on my phone because they are usually very nice looking. So it's kind of gives me a pause, instead of just seeing my app icons all the time. The other widget is a Wikipedia daily thing. So this is specifically the Wikimedia image of the day or whatever. But if you click on it, then it goes to the page of all of the Wikipedia daily things. And so it will give you what happened on this day in history, the daily article. And if you are not interested in the random article of the day, you can generate a new random article. There are just multiple different things, and I'm not sure if they vary by language, but multiple different daily things to look at on Wikipedia. So I love Wikipedia. I use it all the time and I always recommend it for language learning, but I really enjoy having this set of widgets on my phone. Great little daily bites of input. The next one, different genre of things, is webcomics, because you get that image along with your reading, so it can sometimes make it a little bit easier instead of just reading text, because you get the context clues. So I highly recommend webcomics, absolutely love them. So specifically the queen of webcomics definitely is Webtoon. So this is an app that has these languages that are shown on the screen as officially supported languages. Unfortunately, they stopped supporting a fan translation aspect to their website, which is really annoying. But there is another, it's not an app, it's just a website, MangaDex, I think. I'll have it all up here and in the description box, but that one still does have fan translations of not just Webtoon, but also many other sites. And you can specifically read those through a manga app, reader. I use one called MangaPin, I think. And so, yeah, that's getting a little bit into the weeds, but even if your language is not officially supported on Webtoon or other apps, Webtoon has the most supported languages, to be honest. Tappytoon has German and French, but they have less content available for free. So it is kind of Webtoon or online resources like MangaDex that I would say are good for language learning specifically. As far as Asian languages, I'm really not sure if there are apps that are best for this, so if you know, definitely leave in the comments. And then there are some independent webcomics, one that I specifically know of is called Pepper and Carrot, and that one is a labor of love that many people are doing to translate that into many different languages. Fourth resource, we have podcast transcripts. This may seem really obvious, but some podcasts specifically provide a transcript, whether through their website or through an app or whatever. But even if they do not, Apple Podcasts has expanded the amount of languages that they support with automatic transcripts. It is still not very many, unfortunately, but it is more than it was initially when they rolled this feature out. That's a really good option if your language is supported. Spotify supports a lot more languages, but it is a little bit spottier. It is a little bit more iffy on quality, like if they use multiple languages or have advertisements in English, even though the podcast is not in English. Sometimes that completely confuses Spotify and the whole transcript just doesn't work. But regardless, I would say Apple Podcasts and Spotify are the best as far as specifically providing an auto transcript. Transcripts are definitely a game changer for podcast listening, and I am so glad that Apple has expanded the languages that they offer, and I really hope that they continue to do that and continue to keep it really high quality. Like they handle changes in languages a lot better than Spotify, and so hopefully that continues. Finally, for free documentaries, docu-series, videos, that sort of thing, the website or app Arte TV has a lot of different content from European countries or languages from European countries. And so that can be a really great source if you are learning a language that is supported. Some languages have a lot more than others, but it is completely free to use. That is great. One that is even better, but depends on if you have library access or not, through either a public library or a school, university, that sort of thing. Kanopy is like, I'm obsessed with Kanopy, but again, it does depend on having library access. There are no individual users, but they have TV and movies and kids content from all over the world. Really, really high quality stuff. I mean, obviously there's bad stuff on there too, but a world of difference in quality over like Netflix movies and stuff like that. No offense, I love some of those too, but yeah, I'm a diehard Kanopy user. So if you have access to that, do not sleep on it. I slept on it for years, and I'm very glad that I am not anymore. So yeah, hopefully this gave you some additional resources to look at, and I will see you in the next one.